Hello, Potato. Today we're going to go a bit nuts because today is one of those times I've bought a thing entirely because of the packaging. But when I saw it, well, how could I say no to that face? Yeah, I mean, obviously I could tell they were peanuts, but I didn't really know what. But I saw this gentleman on the front here. Yeah, sorry, I can't really get a clear shot of it without glare from the light, but there we go. Yeah, I saw this gentleman on the front here, and I'm like, how could I not get these? So today we're having a couple cans of sort of mystery peanuts. We have these ones, which are just labeled as spicy peanut, and these ones that are labeled as 5 spice peanut. Yeah, I got 2 different ones. They had 3, but I figured 2 is good because they both feature this cheerful gentleman. Now, I do pride myself generally of not doing any research into things because researching is an intelligent thing to do, and this is void of intelligence. But I did run this through Google Translate, and apparently this is called Old Stubborn Chef, which had I been able to read that, I still would have bought it. And one of these translates as spicy peanuts and one as spiced peanuts. And then weirdly, this little text along the side here translates to soaking in licorice water makes the best Chinese peanuts. So I'm a little worried there. I'm hoping these do not taste like licorice. I'm not a fan of licorice, but these should be interesting. And then the text here apparently translates to crisp and fragrant aftertaste. Now, this is all done using like Google Translate, so give it the absolute worth that you believe it deserves as far as like accuracy. But I absolutely would have bought a brand called Old Stubborn Chef, probably even if it didn't have him on the tin, but it does have him on the tin. And again, how could I possibly say no to that face? I'm assuming he must be either a fairly famous chef in China or perhaps just, I don't know, he's clearly, I'm assuming this must be somebody that the people that are intended to buy this would recognize. Not me though. Also, one of the shelf tags, and I wasn't sure which because there were 3 cans and only 2 shelf tags, but one of them indicated mala spice, which is, the one like numbs your mouth. So I don't know if that's this is, because I mean this one says it's 5 spice. This one just says spicy. But see, it's 190 calories per serving, serving being 2 tablespoons. And this is also 190 and also 2 tablespoons with, looks like 8 grams of protein and looks like either 6 or 8% of your daily sodium. So less sodium than we usually have on this channel. What's going on here? It looks like about 6 or 8, maybe 9%. I can't read it. It's tiny. It's so tiny. But yeah, let's try some peanuts made by the Old Stubborn Chef. Yeah, I can't hate on that. These are both in date. They're good until September of the year on which I am recording them. And I did sadly, I guess, pick up one that was dented here. Hopefully that won't be a problem for opening it. Now I'm going to open these by the pull tab because I do want to be able to reseal them when we're done. There's instructions. I guess I know they're selling them to Americans. They do have the North American or the United States nutrition label on there. Lift the ring and bend it back. Pull up and peel back. Lift the, oh, it's the same thing twice. Okay. But you notice it's only in English. They don't have that in Chinese. They have everything else is almost exclusively in Chinese, but that is just in English. They know who their audience is. All right, so lift the ring, bend it back, and pull up and peel back. And now these are the ones that are just, I believe these were the spiced ones. Oh, that is really on there. Well, these are the 5 spice ones. All right, let's give these a sniff. They don't look, it's got a, they have that in there to keep it nice and dry. They don't look like they're seasoned at all. They just look like plain peanuts. They kind of just smell like plain peanuts too. They do, it smells like fresh roasted peanuts. Kind of a thing going on with it, but let's open up our spicy ones, which look about the same. Ooh, they have a different smell though. They do smell different. They still smell predominantly of peanuts. They're a little darker. I think our spicy ones are a little darker, maybe a little redder. Maybe just the can is making me think they're redder. But I do get a different smell off of them. It's still predominantly peanuts, but there's something else there. This one I get almost nothing but peanut smell. But this one definitely smells of something else. Let's have ourselves some peanuts. Oops. Get over onto your side. And all right, so we get a good side by side of them. So yeah, it looks like there's some reddish going on this one. That doesn't look like much in the way of seasoning on these, but you can see some red, like some red seasoning on these ones. All right, so let's see. These were our 5-spice, right? Yep. Black is our 5-spice. The red with all the chili peppers on it is our spicy. Let's try some 5-spice peanuts from the Old Stubborn Chef. Okay, I'm getting it not so much in the flavor, but in the aroma. There's a very, I don't know, pungent aroma getting into my nose after chewing. Flavor-wise, they're just kind of, they're actually really strongly peanut, a little salty. But yeah, the aroma from the 5-spice is very much present in my nose now. We'll say they're not spicy at all. And it's, the aroma is both strong, but also a little subtle. Now, I haven't had 5-spice very often, so I can't necessarily speak to how much it tastes like that. But I mean, it does, you know, if you told me it's 5-spice, I would believe you. I want to say it does taste, or rather the aroma is reminiscent of what 5-spice things I have had in the past. So yeah, that's pretty good. Not as flavorful as I was expecting, kind of like to really be slapped in the face with that flavor. And it's kind of subtle, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So will our spicy peanuts be as... Oh, and they don't taste of licorice. So yeah, the licorice water thing did kind of worry me. They do not taste at all of licorice. Let's try some of our spicy ones. Much more flavor off the bat. Yeah, they're definitely spicy. Yeah, these have like no heat at all, but these definitely have, I don't know which one that goes to. These have heat. It is kind of actually increasing as I talk. It's mostly on the back of the tongue and in the back of the throat. I'm not getting much aroma in the nose off of these. Those were like almost entirely in the nose. These are entirely on the tongue and heat. But they do actually have a flavor other than just peanut, which is interesting. Is it mala spice? I mean, I think do feel maybe a little, just the teensy bit of numbness in the front of my tongue. I haven't had mala spice enough to really, again, be familiar with the actual taste of it, but from what I have had, if you told me this was mala, again, I would believe you. It doesn't taste like not mala, but I've only had mala a few times, and it's mostly been on crisps. Ooh, that was a spicy one. Ooh, that one has some kick to it. These aren't like you know, set your mouth on fire California, Carolina Reaper or anything like that, but they've got a kind of a dull heat that really is growing on the tongue. And I'm going to say, yeah, I mean, I'm getting a little bit of numbness, maybe. A little bit of like mala numbness. Well, pretty good though. Yeah, they're not like hot ones that set your mouth on fire, make you question your life choices hot. But there's heat there, and it's a nice level of heat. It manifests very weirdly. It's not that kind of oily chili pepper all around your mouth. It just kind of spreads to everywhere sort of heat. It really is localized to the like back of my tongue and into my throat. And it's not spreading around. Like it's not getting on my lips or anything like that. Like, you know, chili pepper things tend to do. I cannot say with complete confidence that this is mala spice, but I do believe that it is. What's in here? Peanuts, soybean oil, table salt, white sugar. Licorice is in here though, so there is licorice. 0.1% of it is licorice. But it doesn't taste of it, which is good. Spice, MSG, food additives. See, I'm going to say that these probably are mala spice, and these are just kind of showing the same ingredients. Obviously the spice must be different. The licorice water thing is interesting because I don't get that at all. Even expecting it, I don't get licorice out of these at all. Very interesting. Now, which do I like? I mean, these would both go nicely just as a little snack, or maybe mixed into like a snack mix or something. Make these your peanut portion. That'd surprise your guests, especially if you put these ones in there. But which one do I like better? They're both kind of a pungent flavor. They're not really bright on the tongue. This one manifests to me almost entirely in the nose. This one I do get some flavor from, but it's mostly that it becomes that heat, and that heat becomes dominant. They're both good though. If I could only buy one again, I probably would buy the mala spice, or the spicy one here. Just because I do like the spicy flavor, and it is interesting just the way it manifests in the mouth. As for these manifest almost entirely in the nose as far as aroma instead of actual flavor. So there we have it. I bought these entirely because of who I assume is the stubborn chef there. And I knew I couldn't say no to that face, and you know what? I was right. Stubborn Chef did not lead me wrong. These are both quite nice peanuts. And I'll maybe have to go back and try that third variety if they still have them. So that's going to wrap up this video. Have you ever tried the Stubborn Chef? Is that accurate translation? Or do these characters mean something else entirely? If you can read this and you translate it differently than Google does, please let me know in the comments. I'm legitimately interested, but I do love the idea that it's called the Stubborn Chef. So I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I do thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Come on. You figure the one with the deformed rim would be the one that'd be hard to put the lid on, but no, it's the one that's perfectly fine. That's the one that doesn't close up.